college hockey experience Frozen 4 Final Four preview and picks episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports, people. Kalshi is available in a ton of states. You get $10 free with the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Frozen 4 from Las Vegas, Nevada. I love that new development. YouTube.com/the college experience. Jump on over there, hit that like and subscribe button because, man, college hoops just ended, but we had already been covering the Frozen 4 in the midst of college hoops. And now we're down to the final four of the Frozen 4. Basically the Frozen 4. This is like a Leslie Nielsen movie. Excited for all this weekend's action. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Don D. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I mean, did I say this weekend? This week, how about that? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all mixed together with college baseball and college hockey. You are in for some good stuff. And obviously tomorrow in Las Vegas, Nevada at the T-Mobile Center, we have action. Time for some action. Remember Cypress Hill? Time for some action. Just a fraction of Frozen 4 stuff. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the College Baseball Experience. And man, I got the UNLV Arizona State game on right now. UNLV up 1, 8th inning. Check out the College Baseball Experience. Give it up for the great Noah Bieniek. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, Colby. Cannot wait to talk about the Frozen 4 as we've got 4 huge brands in college hockey that have advanced to Las Vegas. Let's talk about a little bit how they got there.
NIL's destroying the sport. It's destroying the sport. Wait, but hockey players barely get paid. It's destroying the sport.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, shoot. How's your bracket looking?
Well, better than my basketball bracket, if you want me to be honest. I had Wisconsin in the Final Four in basketball, so I mean, I'm looking right now and I'm like, wait, okay, yeah. Did not have Wisconsin.
No,
that one was a bit of a shocker there.
Also didn't have North Dakota. I think we both got cute and took Merrimack. So it happens.
Yeah.
But I've got Michigan and Denver on that.
That's what I'm saying. We were kind of spot on there with the Pios and
yeah,
the Pios and the Wolverines. And I know you're on cloud 9 still from your Wolverine national championship on Monday. And what a time to be alive where you could just go from one Final Four to another one. Not many fucking people can say that. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm excited for it. Like I said, my bracket is better in the college hockey than college basketball. And I watch every college basketball game possible as a human being, I think. But dude, I can't wait for this action, man. I mean, one thing. How do you feel about the break? I understand the break because of college basketball, but
1000%. Yeah.
like, is this something where like it ruins momentum though? You got to think if you're just on a little bit of a heater and you take
Yeah.
this much of a break, you think was a 2-week break? I think it is, right? Like,
Yeah, basically. It's a full week and a half of no games played. That's basically how I would put it, because some of these teams wrapped up on the Sunday and then didn't play all for a full week, and then their first game will be Thursday. So it's like a full 10 or 11 days of no game action. But it's very normal, I guess, in this, the way that the conference tournaments are structured, with them only playing on the weekends. And if you get bounced, like I know Wisconsin, we were talking about it. This was one angle that I was taking. I bet Dartmouth actually against Wisconsin, mainly because they hadn't won an NCAA tournament game since 2010. So massive hat tip to the Badgers getting to this spot. But yeah, the momentum is a thing that I always love to fade and back in handicapping college hockey. And yeah, Wisconsin was on like 13 or 15 days off of no game action coming into the NCAA tournament. Sometimes it's a good thing, but I will say that all of these teams, they just won back-to-back games in the NCAA tournament. I would say it's a good thing, and I would actually say it kind of lends itself to slow starts in that first Frozen Four game.
there you go. Crutch Brett said he had UConn 18-1 to win the Natty on Monday.
Yeah.
They lost to Michigan. He goes, I have Wisconsin and Denver both 15-1 this weekend. If Michigan beats me again, I'm blocking Noah on all socials.
Yeah, I fired on
Understandable.
I fired on 3 natty picks. I had Michigan, Denver, and then Providence. Shout out to the Hockey East, who just went down in flames this year. I had my popcorn ready for it though, and yeah, had the 2 minus money shots on the Frozen Four, plus Denver. So not a bad futures outlook in last on the Frozen Four NCAA tournament preview show either.
Yeah. I mean, Denver's just been a wagon for us over these years.
Yeah, I know, dude.
we're gonna have to move to Colorado, right? Look, I want to talk about these games, but I also want to mention that we are brought to you by, well, first, if you're in the Virginia area, how about this? Tomorrow night, myself, Moneyline Mac, Troy Tuning, and company will all be watching our friend CJ Sullivan, the host of the Bottom Line Bombs, and he comes on the College Basketball Experience. Great stand-up comic. I've known him for years, and he will be at the Richmond Funny Bone tomorrow, 7:00 p.m. Also in Virginia Beach on Friday and Saturday. So get out there if you're in the area. YouTube.com/The College Experience. You can see he's there the 10th and the 11th with TJ Miller. So check out that. And also, well, there's this thing called the Masters going on this week. And over here at SGPN, we are running a Masters competition over on Splash Sports. $25 entry fee. And the top 3 get cash. So get in on the action over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/masters. If you're new to Splash Sports, use the promo code SGPN50 and you'll get a sign up bonus there. So jump on over there and let it ride. We're also brought to you by SeatGeek. Yes. I love the Frozen Four out there in Vegas. I mean, what a great reason to leave the Midwest or Colorado and get absolutely shit-faced and have a time of your life watching college hockey in the Frozen Four. You got obviously the Masters going on. I mean, just a ton of different sports going on. NHL, how about the Vegas Knights are always a great ticket in town. NBA, you got the World Cup coming. I mean, look, there's nothing like live sports, and you still have, I know college basketball ended, but you still got a ton of great sporting events. Or how about this? Just bands and comedy. I'm going to a comedy show tomorrow night. You better believe I'm pulling out SeatGeek to use that thing. With over 35 million downloads, SeatGeek's the #1 rated ticketing app. And I can tell you this just from previous experiences. Some of these other companies are a little shady. I had a situation, went to a Duke baseball game and they never sent my tickets over, and basically ended up paying out of pocket at the Duke game because I was en route. And then they it took about 6 months, but I finally got my money back. But that was ridiculous. You don't have to worry about that at SeatGeek. SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is, first off, it's rated on a 1 to 10 scale, so you know when you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. But also every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And of course, I have a code for you. You can use the promo code SGPN10 for 10% off your next set of tickets there at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with the promo code SGPN10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is a real money prediction market, legal in a ton of different states, and Kalshi has a ton of trading options for your favorite sports. New Kalshi customers get $10 when you use the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And last but not least, we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog has you covered for pickup for almost every single sport that there is. And Underdog just increased their payouts. 2 pick entries now pay at 3.5 times, and 3 pick entries now at 6.5 times. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers as well. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCE SGPN. So do that and let it ride. All right, we are back, and let's jump into this action. So, I mean, Bieniek, before we get to the actual individual games, and maybe you're just tuning in and you've been betting college basketball, you can't wait for the Masters, you can't wait for all this, but you're just like, man, let me check out this college hockey stuff. Not we're gonna go over the games in a second here, but the team futures right now, Michigan's at plus 180 over on DK. North Dakota, the Fighting Sioux, are plus 220. The Pios of Denver are plus 280, and these Badgers on Wisconsin at plus 550. Do you see some? Remove your Michigan fandom, because I mean that's still pretty good odds for the overall 1 seed, considering you're in the Final Four. But is there an edge you like? Because I mean, the Crutchbats was just saying he's got North Dakota and Wisconsin at 15-1. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to get that now, but man, could the Badgers at plus 550 be a interesting pick?
I think it goes the same as the college. I would say it's more similar to the College World Series in baseball in the aspect of you won your regional, you won the super regional. Everybody that got to Omaha is able to win the national championship. Very similar in college hockey. You win the first round game, you win your regional. Everybody in the Frozen Four, I think, is very live of winning the national championship. Whereas, like, you see some Cinderella runs or some dark horses get to the Final Four and get hot, and momentum's a lot bigger and plays a bigger role, I think, in college basketball with the shorter layoffs in between the games. Whereas, like, these are 4 very good programs historically, 4 very talented teams this season. You're looking at the top 2 teams that have been number 1, number 2 for a lot of the season, maybe the majority of the season. You're looking at Denver, who's won. They're looking to establish a dynasty with multiple national titles within the last 5 years. And Wisconsin is a historically good program looking to reestablish a national presence. So I think when you put it that way, any of these teams are live. I think the plus 550 is not a bad price. Denver's going to have a boatload of fans there. Plus 280.
I was just about to ask. I was just about to ask that. Fan base wise, all right. My first thought would be Michigan would have the fans. Denver is closest geographically, but also I think Wisconsin is a big ass school, so I wouldn't be surprised if Wisconsin, Hoops Peterson's out in Vegas. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised if that just has a big. I'm thinking North Dakota has the least amount of fans here, not only because North Dakota's got about 6 people living in their state, but also I want your fan breakdown guessing. Obviously, you won't know this until these games drop. But what would you project the crowds to be?
So what I can tell you is Michigan, North Dakota, Wisconsin are all very proud hockey fan bases. They will have good presence in Las Vegas. Denver has been very, very good. I would compare them to like a UConn of the 2020s on the ice. Very passionate fan base, have had really good success. What I would say compared to the UConn fan base is like they were a little comfortable. Traveling to Indianapolis wasn't necessarily at the forefront of their minds, right? For Denver, very passionate hockey fan base. A lot of the national titles that they had the blessing to compete in have been in the Northeast. They have not really had a manageable location to transportation, whatever, a regional national title shot like they do now. I think they're going to be the most represented fan base. I could be wrong, but that's been my read the entire way through. Is they basically hosted their regional, and then the Las Vegas site. I just think it's Denver, North Dakota. These two fan bases have had this circled as this is the West regional, like national championship. This is our shot to go and win one because it's a Northeast sport for the most part. So.
I just want like I gotta push back a little bit probably. Denver's enrollment is incredibly small. Michigan's enrollment is 54,000 people. Wisconsin's is 52,000 people. North Dakota, I'm assuming is more like Denver's. More than Denver's. Denver's that got the least amount of people that actually go to their school out of the four. I think it's going to be Michigan, Wisconsin. Now Denver will probably travel well based on like you said, they've had to go all these trips in the Northeast. Transportation wise, they've been fucked over the past couple of years. But now they get one close to home in Vegas. But man, I still think Michigan and Wisconsin are going to have this thing. We'll see. But I just think with that many, you just think year after year, that many people leaving, that thing adds up. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But,
and I think this is the best thing that could have happened for college hockey this year because this was a huge risk, no doubt, about putting the national championship in Las Vegas, 3 time zones away from the Northeast where college hockey, I think, is the most prevalent and growing the fastest currently. It was a big risk. And to get 4 massive hockey brands into this Frozen Four, I think is a really big home run because, like you mentioned, Michigan, Wisconsin, huge fan bases. North Dakota, Denver are hockey first schools. This is huge for the growth of the sport.
Yes, and the Big Ten is looking to complete its dominance over college athletics. They have a 50% chance now and next they're going for college baseball. So
nah, I don't know that one. The commitment to that sport is not like it is.
I saw UCLA yesterday. I saw UCLA.
True.
All right, so tomorrow at if it depends what time zone, but 5:00 Eastern, and I will be at a bar somewhere in Richmond, Virginia. North Dakota will be laying 1.5 on the puck line over at DK. The over under at 5.5. So the minus 1.5 is plus 125 or 124 for whatever reason. The Badgers minus 160 at the plus 1.5, but on the money line plus 155. The over is so it's juiced to going over. By the way, the juice is on the over there slightly. At minus 125. I mean, it's the year of the Big Ten, dude. I'm not getting in front of that wagon. Badgers plus 155 money line. Write it on Wisconsin.
All right, I like this. We're opening it up with a disagreement, which is perfect. And I mean, all of these teams, it's very, very hard to separate. But I will point this out: like all 4 teams, top 8 in scoring nationally this year in college hockey. I think the goalies are going to be huge this weekend, man. And that's been the one kind of hole for Wisconsin, is that they don't really have a goalie that separates themselves from the masses. Daniel Hauser on the season, 256 goals against average, -5 goals saved above expectation, compared to Jan Spoonar, who's been fantastic for North Dakota on the year, 190 goals against average, and that's third best in the nation. He's one of these international freshmen that have come in and killed it right away, and I think that is a big part that separates North Dakota for me. They've been the better team for throughout the season. They've got a nice story as Dane Jackson's in year 1 as the head coach there. I'm going to go North Dakota and disagree, and I will look at the puck line. I do believe that's the best way to attack this game. Total for a lot of these for any game in Las Vegas, I think over for all three that are going to happen, both Frozen Four and the championship. I think you have to look to the over because the offenses have been unreal for all 4 teams this year. I'll go North Dakota. Puck line is my favorite pick in this one, guys.
I like the under too. I know Shake Griffin's talking about it in the chat. With the layoff, the 2 week, just about a 2 week layoff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think the under at 5.5 is what I would side with there. How about you?
Over. I think I just very real and like angle there, and the momentum. The early game portions of these Frozen Four games always typically kind of start slow. But I just all 4 teams top 8 in scoring all season long. Wisconsin not necessarily strongest in net. I'm going to go North Dakota puck line, and I not my favorite pick in the game, but I'm going to go over.
So Bieniek on the Fighting Sioux, Dundee saying on Wisconsin. Look, before we jump to the next game, I want to let you know that the college hockey experience is brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is your official data tool for dominating Major League Baseball, the NBA, and golf. Let Rhythm's models help you cash in or build your own. That's the best part. You can build your own and dominate the books. Looking to go premium? Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. That's RITHMM. Promo code SGPN25. We're also brought to you by Novig. Yes, Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. With Novig, you were getting the best prices. So download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. All right, we are back and ready for game 2. So like I said, this is tomorrow, 5:00 Eastern, right? Well, game 2 follows that slightly after that. At 8:05 is when it will, the puck will drop. The Badgers, I'm sorry, not the Badgers, the Wolverines. No, I did not do that on purpose. Are laying 1.5 against the Denver Pioneers. And that puck line, by the way, plus 170. Denver, if you're thinking you're going to be a hot shot taking Denver plus 1.5, it's minus 220. So don't do that. The over under at 6.5. It is juiced to the under pretty decently there at minus 135, and the over at 105. If you're looking to take the Pioneers of Denver, it's plus 110. Michigan at minus 140. Is it their year? Is it your Wolverines' year? Because the first thing I think about is, man, they were in Ann Arbor on Monday night, and I'm sure they were having a few cocktails or maybe hundreds.
Actually, no, they were on the flight to Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, they were.
Well, either
there.
Way, you're going to Vegas.
They were celebrating on the plane. They had a couple of pops.
If this was in what was it, in St. Charles, Missouri last year, it'd be a little different. But
St. Louis.
Yeah, I will take. I'm on the Pios for the upset, man. These dogs are barking tomorrow. Give me that plus 110. We can't let Michigan run away with every goddamn championship right now. All right. And this one I will listen to their play. Actually, no. I'm on the under. 6.5 is too much. It's too much. Give me the under plus 105. I think the 2-week layoff, we take both unders. It's like college basketball style. But I think Denver will bring some crowd. Probably. But I will say this: if Wisconsin wins, it's the same arena. So some of these Badger fans are gonna be rooting against Michigan. This isn't SEC stuff where they just root for all their teams. So I'm on the Pios. I think they're gonna have a little bit of that crowd, and I do like the fact that they're playing in their time zone.
Yeah, close to
I mean,
it,
I guess. Yeah, I mean mountain time zone, but you know what I mean. Like mileage wise, they're not going to Boston. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Correct. They're not going to Boston. They're not going to Amherst or whatever their other city was. I will say, of the two matchups, this is the one that I think there could be an upset over the higher seeded team. We mentioned the fan aspect of it. Also, I compared Denver to UConn against Michigan earlier. I do believe that Michigan is the more talented team. I do believe that Denver has the best coach in the sport, in David Carl. And Denver as a program just has a winning pedigree, especially recently. All time, Denver is 13-7 in Frozen Four semifinals. And in those 13 games that they've won in the semifinals, they've gone on to win the championship in 10 of the 13. And they've won 5 championships in a row when they've gotten there. So typically when Carl and the Pios get to this spot in the NCAA tournament, they don't fall flat. That story is the opposite for Michigan. They lead the country in Frozen Four appearances, and they're kind of historical chokers when they get there. And this is Brandon Norado's first time going to be able to play in the Frozen Four. He's had teams capable of doing it in the past. One of his best teams got removed from the NCAA tournament due to COVID when they very well had a good shot to get to the Frozen Four. But it's his first time. So very similar to what we saw on the hardwood. I will say this. The biggest question mark on the Michigan's hockey team this year has been the discipline, the frequent trips to the penalty box this year. They're top 3 in the nation. Denver's power play, I don't think, will punish them as bad. They're only converting on the power play 19.5% of the time with a man advantage. That's in the bottom half in the country. Michigan's got the offensive talent to do it. They actually have a goalie this year in Jack Ivankovic. Denver has a great goalie, no doubt, as well, in Johnny Hicks. But I'm going to go with the Wolverines. I'm going to go chalk.
You have to. If you want
I'm going 1 and 2 seed.
State.
Yeah. And I do think so. This matchup, I think, has the better chance of the upset, and this matchup, I think, has the better chance of the under coming in. So, but I am on the over. I think this goes over 6.5.
So, having said what I just said, for me, you got to take that. You got to take the plus 550 on Wisconsin and the plus 280 on Denver. One of those got to get there, right? We don't want to. Come on.
I think you can talk yourself into, if you don't have a piece in any of these, I think you can talk yourself into grabbing a piece of your favorite team, no doubt.
Yeah, and what's cool is they even have some props available on DK and stuff. So I mean, they've really gone into it a little bit here. But
not crazy. I was looking a couple hours. It wasn't
like it was
crazy.
better than last year, right?
I don't know. I didn't see any like player props or anything like that. I saw like race to 2 or 5 goals or whatever. I saw first period, will there be a goal? That's like your first touchdown scorer or whatever. I honestly wasn't too thrilled about anything. I tried to look at exotics, but couldn't get there with anything, honestly.
Well, let me ask you this then, buddy. Saturday, 5:30. 5:30 Eastern. We have the Natty.
Yeah.
You have it as Michigan, North Dakota.
I have it chalk. They've been the best 2 teams all year, in my opinion.
And let me ask you though, are you going to stick with with your boys? Are you gonna change horses midstream? What are you gonna do here?
I do think that North Dakota would do a little bit of a better job in taking advantage of Michigan and their issues of the frequent times they go to the power play. Their penalty kill has been fine, nothing excellent, nothing bad, but that's typically where they get punished. And North Dakota's top 10 power play wise, they've got a great goalie. I do think that would be a war, and they've got everything to combat Michigan. But I will still go Wolverines. I don't want to fade it. Come on now.
Yeah, it's bad.
They've got
bad
two
juju.
50-point scorers. That's super rare in college hockey. They actually have a goalie this year. They've got a solid defense. It's top 10 in goals against per game. North Dakota's there too. Like, all four teams are very, very, very good. It's hard to separate, but I'll go Michigan.
Yeah, and I have Wisconsin, Denver in the championship there. I got the Pios winning this, man. I'm not getting off, like, much like you taking Michigan. Denver has become my
cow,
team.
Man.
Yeah, they become my team. So Pios plus 280. They get it done. They're partying Saturday night. They're over at Circa hanging out with Derek Stevens. Actually, if Michigan if Michigan wins, we'll probably be going over to Circa and hang out with Derek Stevens. So if you're a look, there's a secret of the pros. If you're a Wolverine fan and you're out there for this, you're wondering, hit the D after or the Circa. These Michigan boys, if they win this, like Bieniek's projecting, I guarantee you they're gonna be at one of those places. Guarantee you. Anything else you got, buddy? Because I can't wait to watch this action.
Yeah, a nugget that I pulled from collegehockeynews.com. Denver 19-3 when they score first. Michigan is 24-3 when they score first. Super important there.
So whoever scores first in that late night, I'll be watching that at the bar. Gonna miss the end of the Wisconsin game because I'm gonna be checking out the Bet Detectives comedy. But I'll be ready for that Badger, for that Wolverine Denver game. So let's go. Folks, Bieniek is on Twitter at NoahB77_. Make sure you give him a follow and also check out the college baseball experience. There's a show scheduled for tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Great week of college A&M. Baseball. How about those upsets?
Oh, Texas
State takes down Texas A&M. Jacksonville State flushes the toilet on Auburn. I mean, unbelievable.
Bethune-Cookman over LSU.
JMU sticking it to Virginia. Major upsets going on in college baseball right now.
Yeah. This weekend is huge for college baseball. I know Frozen Four, big weekend for college hockey. Like I said, I think this is going to be huge. Masters, but also let me put college baseball on the radar for all you guys. You've got Jim Schlossnagle returning to the scene of the crime, where he took Texas A&M to the College World Series National Championship Finals. They lose in the championship. A day later, he takes the job at the arch rival, Texas. For the first time, Texas goes back to College Station this weekend. So that's huge.
Yes.
And then ACC, top two teams, Florida State at Georgia Tech this weekend. Huge. And then top two teams in the Big 12 also doing battle as UCF travels to Kansas.
Let's fucking go. I'm on Twitter at @TheColbyD. Check out the college football experience, the college baseball experience, college basketball experience, FCS college football experience, and everything else. Sports Gambling Podcast. Till next time, folks. This is the college hockey experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
It's Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick. It's Pick Dundee. Welcome to the land down under. It's Pick Dundee. He's a natural wonder. A true triple option threat. So place your bets. You'll knock out 100 shows while talking Rambo. It's Pick Dundee. Sometimes known as Cabozo. A gambling mogul with classic callbacks. time.